guys, welcome back to Shama Saba. It's been a minute since I had like one of these informative conversations. So today I'm here to talk to you guys about the 5 most common limited beliefs. So we're here in the new year. Today is actually, I'm filming this on the 1st of January. And so what would be a better way than change our lives going forward, especially given New Year's. People like to make, New Year's resolutions and things in that nature. So I'm here to tell you guys like what the 5 most common limited beliefs are. One, I'm not good enough. Number 2, I am not worthy. Number 3, success is unattainable. 4, people don't like me. Number 5, I'm not worthy of love or happiness. If you're not familiar with limited beliefs are, a limited belief is a thought pattern that stops you from taking action or pursuing whatever it is that you want to do. Or it is like something that continuously happen in your life that you may actually try to change, but no matter what type of physical action that you take, the results are still the same. That means you have a limited belief about a particular situation. And sometimes limited beliefs, they can be very hard to weed out. They can be very hard to change. The only reason why it could be hard is because it takes a lot of self-reflection, a lot of self-compassion, and as well as self-accountability. At the same time, when you're doing the self-reflection, that's the part where it gets kind of hard. You're trying to weed out, what is this belief pattern? This situation keeps happening to me. What is that? And it takes a lot of meditation, a lot of reflection, being gentle with yourself, because this is a process, and never really try to look towards the end of the future, because that can bring you a lot of anxiety. So whatever thing that goes with anything, whatever you're trying to change, whatever it is that you're trying to do, be compassionate with yourself throughout the entire process and start learning to enjoy the whole transition, because whatever it is, you have to have this mentality. Whatever it is that you want to get, you're going to get it. It's the work that takes it. Work is actually not hard. It could just be time consuming. It takes a lot of time sometimes with things. And so once you get into that realization and overcome that could really calm you down, whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. So bring it back to the first limited or core belief is feeling not good enough. So for example, like this type of belief, it could show up at work, where you may have a supervisor or a boss that's always critiquing your work, or they give you a new task. Like say for example, it may make a mistake, and then you kind of feel like, I don't even want to keep attempting to do this. So they feel like, I'm not able to do this. I'm not good enough to do this. So that, the action that they would do, they'll take a step back. They'll give up on it, messing the whole thing up. Whereas a person who doesn't have this belief, if a person just feels like, I am good enough, I am perfectly fine with who I am, they pretty much have like this idea of, okay, this is a new challenge for me. If I'm not good at this right now, I'm going to learn how to get good at this. It doesn't matter how much time it takes. It doesn't matter what anyone else says about me, because it does not affect who I am, my identity as a person. Like I know, so pretty much it's like a situation outside yourself does not identify who you are as a person. So a person who doesn't have the belief, they were just like, okay, this is a new challenge, this is a new situation for me. If someone else can do it, I can do it too. So with this type of belief, I want to just give you guys like sort of actionable ways of handling this. And as well as at the end, the second half of the video, I want to give you guys sentences structuring out how to weed out this core belief. But in an everyday situation, when you just like in the midst of this feeling and this emotion, I'm going to give you guys like little advices of how to overcome that. So the very first thing that I would suggest you guys to do with the feeling of not feeling good enough, whenever you are in that situation, just say this to yourself: I am capable. I am capable. I can do that. I'm able to do what it is that I want to do. Just say I am capable until that feeling, that emotion just goes away. You will eventually start to feel elevated. You will really realize, you will really notice how you feel about yourself Just try it out. And I would say with that is, you know, try to find people that feel good about themselves, that are confident. Just try to just pay attention to like how they go about life. Or if you don't even see anyone that's living the way that you want to live, just pretty much just try to watch people. Like look on YouTube and pretty much like watch vlogs and how you see people that are living their lives. Like find a person that you really like. Third thing is just like start paying attention to the things that you have achieved. Pay attention to the accomplishments that you have made, the small things, you know. Think about like when you're a kid that you may have like won a trophy and that just gets the momentum going. Second most common or limited belief is feeling like I am not worthy. Let's say, for example, if someone's treating you kind, very sweet to you, you start to notice yourself feeling very uncomfortable with this, and then you kind of like unconsciously just push the person away. And that comes with a belief of ding, 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 I'm not worthy. Feeling unworthy of it. And honestly, you shouldn't beat yourself up about that. It's not your fault for feeling that way. It doesn't make who you are as a person. These are just thoughts, that's it, with emotions attached to it. It's not you. You're above that. You're above these thoughts. You're above these beliefs. It does not make you up here or down here. None of that. You are who you are, and which is whole. So back to what I was saying. Start at the beginning to tell yourself like, I'm amazing. I am marvelous. I am incredible. Like these are the 3 affirmations I'll use. So these are just like one word statements of just changing the emotion that you guys may feel in the moment, because you know this is a process. And so feeling like when you feel like you're not worthy, start saying that I'm amazing, start saying I'm marvelous. And when you begin to feel this way about yourself, you begin to live and embody that, and you will start to believe, oh, well, of course they're gonna be this way towards me. Of course I deserve this because I'm worthy, I'm valuable. So you start to feel more alignment in that, you know? So just try that out as well. The belief of success is not attainable. This is the third paradigm or core belief most people have. So with this belief, like I said, you gotta change this into a more suitable, positive mindset. For this one, I would just say I am. Like I started doing that lately and it just shifts. It's like I'm shifting to a different paradigm. I would just embody that, like I am. I have it already. The second thing is I'll start practicing visualizations. But I know how some people, and like how I used to be with certain things when I began visualizations, is that you could possibly be a little bit stressed out about that. Understandable. So in order to alleviate this, same advice I previously gave you guys is start modeling people. Start seeing people who have it, whatever it is that you want to have. Just look at it and repeat it. Do it. If you can't do it every day, do it almost every other day of just looking at that person living the life that they live. And then they'll start feeling more like, more comfortable, because make sure it's a person that's relatable, not a person that you can't really relate to. Make sure it's like a person that you feel is really compatible to you in some way, shape, or form or the other. And then you'll start to feel like, wow, like if they can do it, I can do it too. And then I would recommend visualizations. Just visualize throughout the day whenever you feel inspired to. Honestly, just do it off of inspiration, but make sure that you do it right before you go to bed, and quickly right when you get up in the morning. Start seeing yourself and living that lifestyle, having this dream job or having this house. Just start seeing yourself in that image. Another way of handling this is like creating a vision board. I have not done that, but I've seen a lot of people make vision boards, which is something I may possibly do. I've seen people make, physical vision boards, like white paper board, or there's some people that make digital vision boards. Or you can also just like have like little images on your phone, your screensaver, just looking up at it. And another way that I would like to do this, that I started doing, is that, like on your iPhone, or if you have like an Android, just set up little reminders that pops up and say that, you just got hired or at such and such company. Just do it like every day. And then you'll start feeling like that. It works for me. The fourth core belief, which is something that I had struggled with for years, is that people don't like me. With this one, I would ask myself, is this an internal thing that I feel about myself, or is it what I actually feel that people do feel about me? whatever it is, make sure you kind of get the understanding of where this one is coming from. Just like all the other beliefs I've mentioned, all of this pretty much could come from your childhood, or they can be developed through a really intense, traumatic or dramatic relationship, and not just like an intimate relationship, a friendship or work relationship can like foster these types of beliefs. And like I said, do not be hard on yourself, have compassion for yourself. But this one, I would suggest you guys just say to yourself, I am loved, people love me. Every time you feel like that, when you walk into a room, just start feeling that way. Start feeling like everyone loves me. You know, it may come off as narcissistic, but I like to think of it as delusional, but in a good way. Just start saying, everyone loves me. Start seeing yourself of people just loving you. Get little images on like people like open their arms up towards you, and that will really just kind of shift of how the way people treat you. Because I'm telling you right now, this is what I did. I'm not saying like everybody like, oh, madly in love with me. The way that I used to be treated and previously to how I get treated now are totally different. I remember I used to just go to different, everywhere I went, like if I went to a store, if I went at like a group of people, if I just, anywhere where people came around, I always had experienced somebody kind of giving me like the evil eye. And I'm not making this up, like I did. Like I remember like someone like threw a drink at me and I'm like just dancing like they just threw a cup at me. And like, it's crazy, like a lot of crazy things like had happened to me. Or you go to a store, like someone just give you these attitudes. So pretty much just like I always used to get like attitudes from people for nothing, until I started just saying I am loved, everyone loves me. You know, I started to get that energy coming towards me now. I don't get no attitudes with people anymore. I don't get cups thrown at me like I used to when I'm out and about, you know, more at the club. So, and another thing, I stopped going to clubs. But yeah, I started getting that type of energy. So, you know, just try that one out. If internally, if you feel that way about yourself and you're just projecting that belief there onto people, you're projecting that belief onto people, start placing your hand on your heart and on your belly and just close your eyes and say, I love you. I love you. You're perfect. You are loved. I love everything about you. Everything that makes you you. You're wonderful. And that feels really good. Just try that out. So the last most common belief, the fifth one, is I am not worthy of love and happiness. One with me, I had experienced that one as well. I just started saying I'm perfectly fine. Whenever the feeling come up of, I feel like that belief come from a feeling of you have to do something to get love. I would just say whenever you experience that in the moment, I would just say I am perfectly fine. Because that comes with a feeling of as well as I'm not good enough. And then follow up with saying I am loved. Look for proof in the physical world of people who actually love you. People that you don't feel like you have to do something to gain love. Like if it's a family member, if you guys have that, if it's a friend, if you have that, and if you don't have that, pets, anything. Just start emulating, start embodying these emotions into your life. Now for the second half, I like to focus on affirmations. Specifically, not just simply affirmations that I gave you guys, like the one-word statements. I would specifically want to focus on sleep affirmations. I tend to record my own affirmations by identifying my core beliefs like I showed you guys, and then I will follow up with an emotion. For example, if people don't like me. So just simply change it to, why do people love you? So I always use question-based affirmations for my sleep affirmations, and I attach an emotion. So the emotion is thinking about how would I feel when people love me. The first thing I would feel calm. I will feel calmness, right? Then I'll feel a sense of pleasure. I'll feel a sense of happiness. So I would say why I'm pleasure, happy, calm, that people love me. That's how I write my affirmations. I'll sleep with that, you know, with a bunch of other reprogramming of limited belief affirmations. And I play that overnight. I'm gonna tell you guys a reason why of like listening to self-affirmation tape is so transformative of who you are as a person. Listening to the sleep affirmation before you go to sleep, one, it's a lot quicker. In the moment, statements I gave you guys earlier in combination with the sleep affirmations. So the sleep affirmations are pretty much reprogramming your subconscious mind while you're sleeping. And in particular at nighttime, it's good to do that during the theta wavelength. And that could be another video that I can give you guys, going more into like brain wavelengths of how affirmations can easily change your life, of listening to affirmation or visualizations in the theta moment. Why affirmations are better to use for the subconscious, because the subconscious mind is beginning to look for examples. It's starting to think about, wow, so when did I, whatever it's thinking, so when did I experience that? And then with the emotions on top of that, it will start to search for even more. That negative core belief that you used to have will begin to just taper on out. So this process helps with replacing the negative beliefs with the more positive ones. Just like with anything, consistency is the key. Consistently listen to your sleep affirmations. You cannot listen to it one time out the week or any other day. Like, this is something that you have to do every day. You will begin to see results with this stuff immediately. Like, when I make my affirmations, I will start to see stuff the very next day, but it will go away and it'll go right back to the old way of belief, the old paradigm of how I used to have immediately if I stop listening to it. So if you're really interested in affirmations like that, I even just posted an affirmation for New Year's. If you're really into this and you want to learn more about that, feel free to leave a comment, let me know. I could probably work one-on-one with you guys if you're interested in that, because I'm really passionate about reprogramming the subconscious mind using affirmations and as visualization techniques. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I'm going to start making more content, being more consistent with this, because I really like to teach people the things that I have learned, my trial and errors. But all right, guys, thank you for tuning in. See you later. Bye.